When you think of your childhood toys, usually it leaves you with a warm and fuzzy feeling inside. However, that cute little baby doll you cherished when you were young now gives you chills as it sits on a shelf staring at you in the dark. Could it be just your imagination? Or is baby Sally waiting to claim your soul while you sleep? We're your hosts, Anthony and Amanda Valentine, and we bring you 4 possessed dolls caught moving on camera.
Now for number 4, at first it seems like a grown man playing with a Justin Bieber doll. But as he explains, his daughters notice every time they go in the bath, their dolls start to move.
My daughters have been telling me that he moves by himself. They've told me this enough times that I'm gonna do an experiment and see if this is true.
As any skeptical parent would, he decides to put it to a test. He makes sure that you can see that there are no strings or anything to tamper with the doll. Then he leaves the room.
I'm gonna leave the room, close the door. Never happened to me with seeing presents, so we shall see and put to rest whether my daughter's telling you the truth or not. Alright, I'll close the door and leave it a couple minutes to film, see if Justin Bieber moves. And it looks like, lo and behold, nothing happened. So much for Justin Bieber moving on his own. I took one video earlier today, and after reviewing it, it actually looked like he was moving.
I have to admit I was a skeptic, but once he placed his camera at a different angle, this became hard to explain.
This time again, you see there's no wires, there's no anything. Just a regular bathtub. Nothing fishy around here. I can't really tell if it's moved.
If you have an explanation, we would love to hear it. Drop it in the comments below.
This next video has been passed around many times, so it's hard to pinpoint the source. Also, it is completely in Spanish, which I took 4 years of, but can only remember the alphabet. So if anyone can translate what is being said, please let us know in the comments.
You'll notice as she's sitting on the bench, her head and mouth move as if she's speaking to the crowd. As they try to figure out what's setting her off, they decide to check the batteries. From their reaction, I'm guessing it was empty.
Oh my god. ¿Viste cómo abrió sus ojos? Sí, lo grabaste tú, ¿no?
Hola, encantante conocerte. Podemos ser amigos.
One viewer mentioned that it looks like the woman holding her was pressing her hands. However, if there's no batteries, that shouldn't have triggered the doll to talk or move.
Podemos ser amigos.
Es que no puede decir
Pero
nada.
maravilloso. Te voy a traer la felicidad.
Cuando me preguntan,
Pregúntale a ver tú.
no, a él le responde.
¿A ti?
Sí, que le mire, que le mire. A mí me insultó. ¿Qué dijo ahorita? ¿Qué dijo ahorita?
¿Qué se puede
¿Qué
traer?
dijiste ahorita? ¿Quieres hablar conmigo? ¿Podemos hablar de nuevo? A ver.
Is this a hoax, or is the doll really possessed? You decide. This is Stacey from Misguided Roadtrips, and she decides to investigate a doll that her friend Patty has, since it is claimed to be haunted.
Before she even sees the doll, she starts experiencing strange activity, from knocking and footsteps to what sounds like whispers, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't make out what was said.
In the same place as where I left her, but it's kind of weird that I'm hearing those knocking noises. She is a really pretty doll, but she is a little creepy. Is there anyone in here with us? If so, can you tell me your name? Thought I heard something.
Curious to see who or what was causing this activity, she decides to do a spirit box session, but it mostly turns up empty. That's until the doll falls all on its own.
Okay, if there's any spirits in here with us, feel free to come talk into my spirit box.
Can you tell me your name?
She just fall. Wow.
You would think that with this guy's track record of haunted objects, he would refrain from messing with things claiming to be cursed. Enter Molly, a doll who was found in a burnt down house where a family of 4 was burned alive. Being sold time after time, each family had similar experiences, from nightmares to talking. His experiences weren't all that different.
So this doll has been passed around on eBay for quite some time now. Apparently it was found in the basement of a burnt down home where unfortunately the family did not make it out alive. A husband, wife, and 2 little girls were tragically killed in this accident, and among the items left behind, Molly was discovered. People who have had Molly in their possession had intense nightmares about fires and claimed to hear the doll whimpering and crying at night. Molly is a very small doll, and previous owners have said they put her inside of a box after the noises and night terrors began. While being trapped inside the box, they said that they could hear scratching noises from time to time as if something wanted to get out.
In the process of unboxing his new haunted item, he couldn't help but recall his terrible ordeal with the Dybbuk box, since the doll also had a wooden cover. Little did he know that the comparison served as foreshadowing as to what was to come.
Here's another wooden box. That's just lovely. But here it is, right here with us on the channel, the haunted doll called Molly. It does smell like smoke. Now, that could be because it was found in the basement of a burnt down home, or I'm gonna be a little bit of a skeptic on this one and say that it could be somebody that just held it above a fireplace for a while to give it a smell of smoke and to put the backstory on it and say that it was cursed. Either way, whether it's fake or not, it has a smell and aroma, and everything inside that cardboard box smelled like that.
To say that the doll is unnerving to look at is an understatement. Her skin tone is a molten gray, her dress is dirty and old, and the most disturbing feature are those piercing yellowish eyes. that seem to eerily glow as they look right into your soul.
Look at her face. Her face has like mascara stains all over it or something. Like, I don't know if somebody was coloring on this. Maybe a little kid was coloring on this thing. Can you guys see this?
Ever the skeptic, Casey decides to conduct a series of tests to see if the doll could really be haunted. Test number 1 is with his EMF detector to see if the doll has any electromagnetic frequencies that is said to help detect spirits. Unfortunately, this test seems to yield no response.
Molly, if there are any spirits attached to you, can you please let yourself be known? The viewers and I would love to know if you're actually haunted. Alright, she's creepy as hell looking, but this thing has not gone off once, and I've been doing this for about 2 minutes now. So test number 1, no results with the EMF ghost detector. We're going to move on to test number 2 to the spirit box and see if we can get anything out of that.
While using the spirit box, you get some pretty interesting activity. From temperature changes to intelligent responses such as,
I can hear you saying something. Can you come through a little bit more clearly? What are you trying to say? It's hard for me to understand what you're saying. I can hear something, but I can't hear you clearly. I'm going to turn off the temperature. What is it? What is the whisper that's trying to come through? Can you please speak a little more clearly? I'm going to put her up on the shelf, and I'm going to put the infrared camera on her, and I'm going to shut down the lights in the studio. I'm going to go to bed, and I will review the footage tomorrow and the next day, and then I will give you guys an updated video.
The final test is what puts this doll in the holy crap, that's haunted category. Casey decides to do 3 nights recording the doll. However, he calls it at 2, since this thing surpasses his expectations. Take a look. Molly doesn't just move. This spawn of Satan actually sits up and stares directly into the camera, no matter what angle of films are in. Her eyes glint in such a way that almost makes her seem alive. Whatever this doll has inside of it doesn't seem like a human spirit at all.
Alright, so I was going to record 3 nights worth of this thing, but I have changed my mind. I am no longer going to record for 3 nights. I got movement on the night vision camera, and I also got audio. It's creepy as hell. All I can say is it's f***ed up. I am not welcoming this doll or any spirits that are attached to it in my home, and it's time for you to join your family and go to the place you need to go, because I am setting you the f*** on fire.
Now me personally, I would never intentionally buy a haunted object. I've come across a few and we're still paying for it. Setting this doll on fire was probably for the best. Thank you for watching. If you want more of the Spookables, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you have a topic that you want us to cover, let us know in the comment section below.
Until next time, spook you later.